Okay. Can you please give a brief introduction about yourself?
Sir, I have completed my 10th and 12th from Denkanal. Then I went to NIT Rourkela to complete my graduation in chemical engineering. After that, I have been preparing for civil services. My hobbies are playing ukulele and doing mandala art. Uh, my strength and weakness, my strength is I'm a very calm and composed person. I'm a very good listener. That will help me in civil service. And my weakness is I can't say no to people,
Okay.
so that sometimes give me overburden.
Okay. So why you have given OFS as your first option?
Sir, I believe finance service is also a part of premier service. It is one of the three premier services that the state provide. Also, the finance service, they act both as the back end and the front end of a system. They take part in budgeting, payment processing, and also in auditing. So they are basically responsible for the stability of a system. So I'll be delighted to be a part of that system.
Okay. So you are a chemical engineer and from NIT reputed institution. You can do better in some engineering domain. Why you want to join civil service?
Yes, sir. I have completed my engineering from NIT Rourkela, but NIT Rourkela had given me a various multidisciplinary platform. I was engaged in various voluntary activities over there, so that gave me an initial drive towards civil services. Also, civil service is such a multidisciplinary platform. You get to work in 20 different sectors, around 20 different sectors. So that's why I want to be a part of this service.
Okay, so you are from Denkanal. No? So tell me something about Baji Raut.
The Baji Raut, he is regarded as a freedom fighter. He was a martyr at the age of 12. The story behind was that the Britishers he asked for crossing the Brahmani River. However, Bajirao denied to take them and cross the Brahmani River. So he was shot at the age of 12. So he is regarded as a martyr, the youngest martyr.
So what are the rivers flowing in Denkanal?
Brahmani River, it's been majorly Brahmani River in Dhinkara.
Any other river? Small, big, small. Have you heard about Sapua River?
The Sapua Dam I have heard about, but not Sapua River.
Okay,
I
Sapua
think
River also. Okay. How many blocks are there in Denkanal?
um, 8 tahsils are there.
Okay. So what are the major like tourist place in Denkanal?
Kapilas is there, Saptasajya is there, and Joronda Math is there. These are the major tourist places.
So why it is called Saptasajya? Any reason or any story behind Saptasajya?
Yes, sir. The Pandavas they spent their 14 days in Saptasajya. Also, Rama, Lakshman, and Sita they also spent 7 days in Saptasajya. And it is surrounded by 7 hills, so that's why it is named as Saptasajya.
Okay, so uh, your optional is PSR and
Geography.
geography. Okay, so tell me about the plate tectonic theory.
The plate tectonic theory was a development of continental drift theory. It was a combination of conventional cell theory and the sea floor spreading theory of Henry Hess. So the plate tectonic theory determined that the volcanoes and the earthquake that is formed are basically because of the interaction of the various plates. So that gave rise to various oceanic structures such as mid-oceanic ridge, the gears, and trenches. So that was basically the plate tectonic theory.
So, like the formation of Himalayan mountain, can you please tell me how the Himalayan mountain formed?
The Himalayan mountain were formed because of the collision of continental plate, the Indian plate with the Eurasian plate. That leads to the formation of melange, which is the scarp that was formed because of the continental plate interaction, and that led to the formation of fold mountains such as Himalayas. And as the interaction is still going on, so the altitude of Himalayan, it's still rising.
So why always our like the missile centers and all the things are always situated in the eastern coast rather than western coast?
Sorry, sir.
Missile testing center, suppose Chandipur, suppose Kalpakam, all are like in the eastern coast. Is there any reason they are situated in the eastern coast?
Sir, I don't know the reason, but I think it's saving on energy cost. I think so.
Okay, because this question already asked also. Okay, maybe for this the earth is rotating from west to east. Okay, so if it is going and somewhere, suppose some that rotation also, it will be if it is going to moving, suppose to the top, if any failure happen, it will fall into Arabian Sea. So it will not fall in any land mass. So by that time it is go and come back, that time the earth will rotate. So we can cover like in 2 hours, suppose it can be cover the whole Indian part. So it will fall into Bay of Bengal region. Otherwise in other country also. Okay. So there is some theory, you just look after it. Okay. In India, where you can find all type of like the vegetation, you can tell evergreen vegetation or deciduous or mangrove forests. One place.
All kinds of vegetation. Sir, in
all type of forests.
In southern region.
One place in India where we can get all three.
Sir, I think in southern region.
Andaman.
Yes, sir. Andaman also, but mountainous vegetation we can.
No, I am
we can find
deciduous forest actually. The question is the deciduous forest, evergreen forest, and mangrove forest in one place in
India.
India.
Yes, sir. Andaman.
Okay, so why cyclone actually always hit Odisha in October?
Sir, because in October the landmass has been cooled down, whereas the water is still warm, so that causes a differential in temperature, which gives rise to cyclone. And secondly, it's the most of the, as the ITCZ is coming downwards, so most of the cyclones, they also originate in South China Sea. So under the trade wind, the cyclones that are originated in South China Sea, they come to the Bay of Bengal. They are attracted towards the Bay of Bengal, and which is also the major reason for cyclones in October.
Okay, so what is the difference between El Nino and La Nina? When in what condition El Nino actually happen?
Sir?
In what like the condition the El Nino occur?
Sir, El Nino is a kind of oceanic atmospheric interaction. It happens when there is a warming of Eastern Pacific Ocean. So there is a differential temperature between the Eastern Pacific Ocean and the temperature in Peru, in the Peru coast. So that the temperature difference causes the El Nino, and it has also another arms towards the Indian Ocean region, which hampers the monsoon pattern in Indian subcontinent.
Okay, so so did El Nino actually affect our agriculture also?
Yes, sir, it can affect our agriculture, as our most of our agricultural zones are dependent on rainfall pattern. So El Nino causes a decrease in rainfall, which directly affects our agricultural production.
Okay. So can you please tell me the different layer of the interior of the Earth?
The crust, the mantle, and the core. The core is divided into the outer core and inner core.
So what are the like main like minerals we will find in the inner core?
Inner core, silicon, and
NIFA, have you heard about NIFA?
yes, nickel, ferrous.
Okay. So then why always earthquake happen in the plate boundary?
Sir, it is because of the interaction in the plate boundaries that leads to the earthquake. As the interaction causes uh, the why it happens in the
Why actually earthquake happen generally if you see in the Himalayan region or in the like the other where like the weak zone. So actually it is why actually the energy actually need to be released. So
yes,
those
sir.
where the plate boundaries which is weak zone, so that is the prone region for the energy to release. That is what the earthquake happen. Volcanic eruption.
The volcanic eruption takes place also in the interaction zone as the as one plate it descends under another plate. So because of the rising temperature in the convection
No,
cell,
which plate?
the
So I am telling about continental or continental oceanic. So which in particularly volcanic eruption, so which type of plate need to be converge or diverge? In what
there
case
are
it is?
mostly converging plates, oceanic conversion and oceanic continental conversion.
Okay. What is ring of fire?
Ring of fire are the unstable regions where most of the volcanic activities takes place.
So can you give some in particular which area actually this is the ring of fire? This concept is
Majorly
about
in the Pacific region, the
Pacific.
Pacific Rim of Fire.
Okay. Um, tell me like why we're sending the satellite to ionosphere.
As there is less in the solar winds are comparatively not present in the ionosphere, where the electronic interaction with the satellite is quite less. So that's why we send our satellites, which can cause less hindrance in our telecommunication.
So in which layer actually the flight uh, actually moving? All the flight
In
like aircraft and all these things moving in which layer?
stratosphere,
Why?
because of less atmospheric influence. Weather
This
influence majorly takes place in troposphere, so
okay.
that's
So
why flights.
disturbance is very less. Cloud disturbance all are like very less. Okay. So, what are the steps taken by the government of India to combat climate change?
There, there are various steps taken by the government to combat climate change. For example, we have the in COP26, we have our NDC has been redefined as um, it, to contain the carbon emission, to increase the growth of trees or vegetation. The green mission, the green tree mission has been taken place. The Campa Fund has been organized to tackle the deforestation due to developmental activities. Also, various climate resilient agricultural system has been taken up to protect the food crisis, and early warning system, land mapping system have taken place to detect the natural calamities.
Okay.
And
So, have you heard about International Solar Alliance also?
yes, sir.
So we are moving from fossil fuel like the conventional fossil fuel based power plant to renewable energy
Renewable.
power production. Okay, and also if you see we are going for the electric vehicular emission to reduce the carbon emission from we are going to electric vehicle. We are going to biofuel where the emission will be less, the carbon emission will be less. We are using BS6, the quality of the
Petrol.
petrol we are using. Okay, and some of the things we have the like target of reducing 30 to 35% of the carbon emission of 2005 level. Okay, 450 gigawatt of renewable energy by 2030, net carbon emission by 2070. So we are working a lot of things in the carbon emission to reduce the carbon emission in this direction. The okay, so next you have also political science as optional. Okay, so recently, like many, if you see yesterday also, this question actually asked today itself in the interview. If you see in Rajasthan politics, now people are Congress MLAs, they are actually telling that if Sachin Pilot are like become the CM, then they might not support. And every time you see in the Maharashtra case, also in Karnataka, in Madhya Pradesh case, generally some people are defecting the party and join the hand with the BJP, and finally that government is broken and new government is come. Do you think that BJP as a party in the center, they are manipulating the process and they are bypassing the constitutional mandate and grabbing the power in different states?
Sir, I think if a political party is getting inclined towards another political party, so I think there can be some major initiative that has been taken by BJP, which has ultimately attracted various political parties. And secondly, if they have intruded the constitutional mandate, so we have proper provisions for it. For example, anti-defection law is there, and so through which effective stand could be taken against the political party.
Okay. CBI, this enforcement director, so are they working as an agent of center? Because many times if you see, they are used against the opposition party, particularly BJP opposition, for example in West Bengal, in Mamata Banerjee government, against Rahul Gandhi. So do you think that AD and CBI there act as an agent of the center?
No, sir, I don't think so. They are acting as an agent of center, because they have a particular mandate, for example, reducing corruption and reducing money laundering. So they are effectively acting against that. And talking about CBI, there is a rule that CBI can investigate only with the permission of the central state government, only with the consent of the state government. So I don't think they are acting as per the center. They are clearly under the mandate under which they are formed.
Okay. So like the president we called as like the ultimate like the all the defense force, the supreme commander of all defense force, and also president. Tell me, suppose I am giving one situation, one person given the death sentence. Okay, so can governor can remit a death sentence to life imprisonment?
Yes, sir. The governor can remit the sentence to life imprisonment, but he cannot pardon a death sentence.
Okay, once he can like remit to death sentence to life imprisonment. In the next phase, can a governor release a person like life imprisonment to completely free?
No, sir.
Life
The governor
imprisonment,
can.
suppose, no, not I'm telling death sentence. Suppose one person actually got the 20 years or 10 years death sentence, not death sentence, like imprisonment. Can he totally free that person or not? Pardoning power means Pardoning power, governor also pardoning power, but not in case of death sentence. But if someone got the life imprisonment, so can he release that person?
Yes, sir, I think so. Can release the person.
Okay, my next question, just put a second. प्रीतम गोटे इंटरव्यू अच्छी तो मुझे टिके 2-3 मिनट छाड़ी कल हाँ 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 Okay, so my next question is, suppose one person got the death sentence, first he can reduce it to life imprisonment, then the next phase he can pardon from life imprisonment to free. So do you think that indirectly a death sentence can be pardoned by the governor?
Yes, sir, I think so.
Okay, yes. Next question, like it can be done. Okay, at a time you cannot done, but you can do in Rajiv Gandhi case, Rajiv Gandhi murder case. First they have imprisonment to life imprisonment, then life imprisonment to they are totally free now. Okay, so what are the major like challenges you see in Denkanal right now?
The major challenges include the health sector. We don't have a multi-speciality hospital, which leads to crowding in regions such as Cuttack and Bhubaneswar. Secondly, the educational sector. Although we have various educational institutes, the quality of education has remained a matter of concern. Thirdly, the connectivity. There has been connectivity issues since 2018. The NH that has to be completed the project has been remained delayed.
Okay.
Then we have problems of literacy and IMR and MMR.
Okay. What are the minerals actually? Do you have any mines present in Denkanal?
Talcher coalfield was there, but it was taken by Ongul.
Have you heard about Rongta mines? Rangota mines?
Yes, I have heard about the company. Rungta Mines, I have heard about.
Okay, it is in Denkanal only. Okay, so it is in 7 Mile area, Denkanal, beside the Tata Steels, Busam Tata Steels. Okay, Rongta mines.
Tata Steel is in Dhenkanal or Angul. It's in Dhenkanal.
Dhenkanal. Tata Steel now previously that Bhushan Steel was there, na? It is owned by Tata Steel. Now previously that Meramandali actually previously it is coming under Anugul. Now it is under Dhenkanal. Okay.
लिप्सा भारती कहले कि आज के टाटा स्टील टा अनुगुल रे आसे बोली मोबाइल ना ना तेरा ढेंकानाल.
No, remember, if any steel industries or any industries, tell me some of the industries, you should tell the Tata Steel, Bhushan Steel, because I was there and I have the meeting with the chairman of Tata Steel and CEO of Tata Steel. The day actually it is written as Tata Steel Meramandali under Dhenkanal. We have the address if you go Dhenkanal, it is coming under Dhenkanal. Okay. What are the other industries are there in Dhenkanal?
We have Navbharatam, then MGM is there, MGR Energy Private Limited is also there. Then sugar factories are also there, Sakti Sugar.
Why Sakti Sugar is closed? Or it is still operating or it is closed? Why sugar industry, particularly in Odisha, they are in a decline state?
Sir, firstly, it's a water intensive sector. So it is very much dependent on the irrigation facilities and monsoon. Secondly, the FRP that is provided to the farmers are not provided in an effective manner. So I think the production, the lower production of the sugar factories has led to the closing of the factory.
So we are telling that when we are exporting sugar, we are exporting water. Why it is called so?
Sir, because of its water intensive sector and virtual water that is present in the crops. So while we are exporting, we're actually exporting the virtual water of the crop. So that's why.
So what are the major crops in Dhenkanal actually, the cropping pattern and the major crop we found in Dhenkanal?
Sir, Dhenkanal has is a paddy cultivating sector. Like we have a monoculture pattern of paddy. However, also other crops are being grown. For example, cashew nut, mango, banana. These horticulture crops are also present in Dhenkanal. Millets.
Okay. So do we think that our agriculture sector is in decline? Previously it was around like near about 35% of the GDP, and now it is less than 20% of the GDP. Okay, so like how we can improve the agriculture sector, or where is the problem, and what are the steps taken by the state government or the central government in this direction to improve our agriculture sector and income the farmer, increase the farmer income by 2022, and ambitious target like doubling the farmer income by 2022.
Sir, in Odisha, the agricultural pattern is basically monocropping pattern, where the focus has been given only on a single crop. Secondly, the market linkage is very poor from the farmers to the market sectors. Then thirdly, the natural calamities. For example, Odisha is struck by cyclones throughout the year, and also drought condition in western regions. So these are the natural calamities which hamper the agricultural production. Secondly, most of the agricultural regions are rain-fed regions, and other regions are they're dependent upon rainfall. Irrigation, the effective irrigation potential has not been increased towards the rain-fed regions, so that has also affected the agricultural production. The socio-economic factors of farmers. Most of the farmers are marginal and small farmers, and they are in a debt-like situation, so they don't have the proper financial condition to invest in agriculture.
Okay,
The
so okay.
the government is taking various kind of measures. We have a separate agricultural budget for our state. The infrastructure improvement can lead to the market linkages. APMC Act is also there, and also we have Kalinga Yojana, which can act as a financial incentive to the farmer, small and marginal farmers.
So is Dhenkanal coming under as a aspirational district?
Yes, sir. It's under assessment.
Why Dhenkanal is so like we tell less developed than other like the district? It is beside the main like in the eastern side if you see, and also like near to, whereas Cuttack as a developed coming under as a developed district, and it is beside to Cuttack. Why it is coming under the aspirational? That means it is not developed as it should be. Why it is coming under aspirational district?
Sir, firstly, the Dhenkanal is a mineral-rich region. So the growth has only been concentrated in small areas, and that has not emancipated to the peripheral region. So there has been disparity between the core and the peripheral regions. And other forms, as I told, that we lack a multi-speciality hospitals. So that has affected our health sector. Also, the child sex ratio. The sex ratio in Dhenkanal is quite low. That is 937 out of 1,000. So that has affected our health sector, and also educational institution is not up to the mark. So we have come under the aspirational district program. Also, the program is about improving the key indicators, and we need to
So do we
act on
know
those.
how much forest cover is there in Dhenkanal?
No, sir.
So Dhenkanal
Around
is known
33, I think more than 33% is there.
So any like protected area in Dhenkanal, wildlife protected area in Dhenkanal?
We have Kapilas Wildlife Sanctuary.
Okay. So what are the major like animal it is protected in Kapilas?
Elephants, Deer Park is there, so deers are also protected over there.
So Kapilas is known for like many things actually. Can you please tell something about Kapilas?
Where Kapilas is the abode of Lord Shiva, and it is situated at a height of around 450 meters from the base level. We have
How many steps are there? Have you remember how many steps are there?
1351, I think so.
1352.
13. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Recently, actually, in this area, Kapilas area, we have a project for elephant. What is the name of that project?
Project. We have developed a crossover of 100 meter in the wildlife sanctuary region, which acts as a wildlife corridor for elephants. And Project Siren has been installed over there, executed over there.
Okay. Madri, what is like the preamble of Indian Constitution? Can you tell me the preamble of Indian Constitution? This one already asked to someone. Have you remember?
Yes, sir, I can try.
Okay.
We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, and republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, socio-economic and political, liberty of thought expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, ensuring the dignity of the individual, and unity and integrity of the nation. In our constitution, this 24th day of December 1949, we hereby enact, adopt, and give to ourselves this constitution.
Very good. Okay. So recently, actually, India yesterday actually S. Jaishankar visited the UN, United Nations. There he gave a speech. So what is your point? Why India should give the permanent membership of UN Security Council?
Yes, sir. India is demanding for permanent membership even at UNSC because of its whole around contribution towards various sectors. For example, we have the 4th largest police unit in peacekeeping force and the third largest women unit in the peacekeeping force. We are the largest democracy, and in terms of PPP, we are the 3rd largest economy, and currently India has surpassed UK to become the 5th largest economy. Also, India has been leading in various sectors. For example, climate change. We have the CDRI, ISA, which are the innovation of India. Also, India has also provided humanitarian assistance to various regions. And also UNSC needs to be democratized. Other areas needs to be represented in a equitable manner. So I think these are the major reasons why India wants
to maintain peace and security in the Indo-Pacific region, particularly Bay of Bengal region, and to counter China. What are the steps actually India is taking?
The Sagar initiative has India has taken the Sagar initiative. Various military drills are taking place. India has taken place with other regions. Also, the BIMSTEC has been formed, which takes the littoral areas in Bay of Bengal. Then India has also developed military bases. For example, in Indonesia, in Diabo, Russia, and Reunion Island, to counter the presence of China in the region.
Any group? BIMSTEC is there. What about Quad?
IORA is also there. Indian Ocean.
Okay. Quad group also?
Yes, sir. Quad group also.
Okay. So, like for energy and security for Middle East, what are the steps taken by Government of India?
The energy and
security in the Middle East region or in the West Asia region. Any group actually India formed any group recently?
Yes, sir. I2U2 was formed, which includes Israel, India, US and UAE
Okay.
to diversify its energy sector.
Okay. So recently, I'll do some rapid round. Recently, one who is the Hockey India president recently appointed.
Dilip Tripti.
Um, Recently, like one girl from Odisha, the only girl from India, he is actually selected for some dance group, K Cooper dance group. What is his name? What is her name?
Sir, can you ask the question again?
The one girl from Odisha, she is the only Indian girl also selected for one famous Korean dance group, K Cooper dance group. I exactly not remember.
She is from Raurkela. I don't remember her name.
Sri Lanka, remember this name.
But Sriya.
Okay.
But
And also, like, tell me some of the important personalities from Dhenkanal.
Nandini Satpathy, then Veera Vaishnava Patnaik, Brajanath Badajana, and
Why Brajanath Badajana is famous for?
Brajanath Badajana, he is a poet, musician from 18th century. He wrote war poems during the time when he wrote war poems, and basically his war poems were mentioned in Talapatra. He also written the war poem of 1781 in Dhenkanal Maratha War.
Okay.
So
Do
he is
know,
basically
I
known
will
as the
tell some
Samara
of the
poet.
writing. You need to tell me the name of that person who belongs to Dhenkanal. Himalaya हिम छाया तले मसूरी जाति योजना विशेषज्ञ so one famous Odia like writer from Dhenkanal district belongs to I think in Bhapur block.
Sir, I'm unaware of that.
Have you heard about Bholeshwara Dhala?
No, sir.
He's very he's a freedom fighter also. He is very eminent writer from Dhenkanal, Bholeshwara Dhala. Okay, lot of Odia writing you can get it. Okay, what are the tribe actually present in Dhenkanal?
Mankadiya tribe is there. Then Sabara tribe is there.
Okay.
I only remember.
Okay, so which NH is going through run through Dhenkanal?
NH 55.
NH 55. Okay. Okay, so what is your biggest strength, Himadri? And do you think you are the best fit for this civil service job?
Yes, sir. I think I fit best for the civil service. My biggest strength is I'm a very calm and composed person. I'm a very good listener. I listen to people's problems very patiently, and that is what required in this chaotic world where people will come with their problem and somebody should listen to them. So that is one of my major strength that I can hold up on to make myself fit for this service.
Okay, so one situation based question, suppose you are the BDO of a particular block, you got 1 crore rupees for a particular project, and your supervisor like DM and other MLAs, MP and the secretary level, they told you like 15% should be kept aside as PC percentage, so that should be go to different level and that should be distributed among different stakeholders. So it is a part of corruption. How will you handle this situation?
Sir, firstly, I will deny the percentage that will be kept for the stakeholders, as these are public money and they has to be spent on public expenditure. They has to be done. I don't agree to the percentage that is being provided.
How will you motivate them now? Anyhow, I will convince them. So as a you are in the bottom of the pyramid, okay. So how will convince this that the big fish, you are a small little fish, how will you convince those big fish? Can you please tell me like how you can motivate them?
Sir, the stakeholders that are present, they are basically the politicians. They will be there. So at the end of the day, what they need is the vote for their stability. And how they will get the vote? If the project is being implemented in a proper manner, then only their stability will be determined. So I will convince them basis on the basis of their stability. So I will try on that line.
I will motivate the DM.
Sir, corruption, if there is corruption, then various laws are being present over there to tackle the corruption. So, and also currently the CCTV cameras are also being installed in the offices. So I think that will only limit the corruption stand that is happening in the office.
Okay, thank you, Himadri. Okay, that is all. Okay, from my side.